See if anyone comes in while I'm just having a quick brew before I carry on doing my chucking stuff out stuff. Got a bit hot, so I'm going to have a little break while I show you something and then I'll go back to it. If anyone comes in, if not, I'll just carry on and you can play it anytime. So, I'll give it a few minutes, see if anyone comes in. And I'm sharing this because I know quite a lot of you know about this channel, but I know they have a Facebook page and it gets taken down off there, you know, because people get chucked in Facebook prison for putting certain stuff up, because that side do not want you to know certain stuff, because like I said, it's a war on consciousness. They're trying to censor a lot of things, especially people's opinions on certain things going on right now that don't make sense. So I just wanted to share this video, and you can go over and watch it yourself anyway, because it is a great channel and they talk about all sorts and they don't mind people airing their opinions on stuff. But it's just a couple that are a normal couple, and I wouldn't really say normal because they're not asleep, but you know, it's not someone saying they know somebody and they know somebody in the White House or there's something or other. It's just normal people looking about, observing what's going on and speaking out. So I'm going to play it in a minute. I'll just go and find it now. Like I said, I just thought I'd come and share it while I was having a break, because I'd be sitting having a break. I just thought, well, I'd come and show you this. So I'll go over and find it. If there's anyone there, just say hi in chat. But have a look. Because I'm on tonight anyway. I'm on this evening. On the Trinity Healing sort of mind, body and spirit thing, as I called it. If you're there, say hi. I'm just going to carry on anyway. Right, there it is. So just let that come on a minute. So at the intro, can't get past the intro. Hi, Laura, couldn't even speak then, Lois. Yeah, I'm good. I hope you're good as well. I just thought I'd come and share something. Some of you might have seen this already, but it's nice just to share that. It's not me just saying it, but like I say, all the people that are researching know people are talking out about, you know, certain things going on right now, and thoughts on what it is and what it isn't. Because people seem to have lost their minds with this, you know, COVID-19 thing, forgetting that people naturally do die and we do have such things as flus and different stuff. Sorry, but that's just my opinion, and people seem to forget that. So I thought I'd come and share my broadcast. It's called My Broadcast. It's not my broadcast. It's Camelot TV News Network. Is it Camelot? Hang on. Camelot TV Network. It's from an hour ago. So as I was just tidying up, I was watching and I thought I'll share that on my little break. So, like I said, different people's thoughts from around the UK of what's going on. So,
and a very warm welcome to Camelot Castle TV Network this morning. Now, of course, as we all know, the motto of Camelot Castle at the moment is freedom, not fear.
Yep, because as I've been saying, and a lot of us have been saying on YouTube, it's all about the fear. It's all about the fear factor and how they put you in fear. And a woman does a really good example of what she's experienced with the fear, what made her go into something only because of thinking of the fear, because this is what they're very good at. This is what they always plan, and this is what sends people into like anxiety, depression and stuff like that. This is what we're all saying, a lot of it is to do with fear mongering and the fact that people will not go and check anywhere else. Some people, well, a lot of people, apart from the mainstream media, and think that that's the God's honest truth or the biblical truth, when we all know it's not. What I've been saying this, I said it last night, they won't look anywhere else. It's like they're too scared to look anywhere else. They're not looking at real people talking out in their own areas. No, they'd rather watch the mainstream and go and buy the paper and believe everything, word for word, what is in there. So, like I say, Morning, Northern Wolfhound, and whoever else is watching. So I'm just going to play it. If I don't shout you out or see you, I'll shout you out at the end.
Broadcast with all of your friends. Don't worry about what
Just
the
thought
people
I'd come
are
and
going to
share.
think. This broadcast is going to blow their minds.
Why I
It
drink
is
this drink.
extremely important. The message we have for you today is extremely important.
I've got 2
and of
drinks,
course, I
water
am still
as well.
blocked. Camelot Castle TV network has been blocked from Facebook for a further 4 days. We have a 7-day ban at the moment for communicating something that Facebook obviously did not want us to communicate. I'm still quite...
Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, they block you and censor your stuff so no one can see it on Facebook because they don't want people knowing. Yeah, I've had a few funny moments where I suddenly feel a bit hopeless, but so many videos popping up. This is why we're talking about it, and the lady in this also talks about if anyone needs to talk to anyone. This is why I come on mainly, despite what people think.
Not quite sure exactly what we did. Rita Stoop is joining us from Bavaria. Now, Tintagel, heart of England, one of the
Tintagel.
friendliest villages in in Cornwall, the only village in Cornwall where
I do
nobody
as well,
gossips
Lois,
at all.
thank you.
But we do have one of Tintagel's great treasures for you here today. Now, this is a man who has been our friend for a long time.
I want to go to Camelot Castle. I'm going to have to go for my birthday next year, so I need to go to Camelot Castle. Oh my God.
He has a delightful partner, and we are going to
love to
welcome
speak to
him
these.
today. His name is Tim Whitten, and he came in here the other day, and he was expressing his views, and I said, oh my God, I just wish the people of
Hi,
England
Danny.
would have the opportunity. I wish the Prime Minister could actually hear what this man has to say, because this is his opinion. And as we know,
Not just his
Camelot
opinion.
Castle is a buyer beware network. So if you hear something here,
And if you haven't come across Camelot TV Network or Camelot Network TV, oh, I've got it the wrong way around. Yes, they do support Q and Trump, so just throwing that out there in case you don't know.
that you don't agree with,
For
or
anyone.
you think, well, that sounds a bit odd, well, then it's up to you to check it out. We're not vouching for anything that
You can
anybody
stay
says
there.
on here. But King Arthur said, the table is round for a reason. Every voice and every opinion is welcome.
Yeah, exactly. King Arthur's table was a round table, so everyone has a voice and opinion. Mainstream media only do theirs. Theirs is like a really oblong table, and there's, well, no, actually, it's triangular, and there's one at the top that says for all. So, no, the mainstream media put their shit out, and there's no other if not buts or sides to it. They never tell you the full story. And if people can't see that still, it's pretty obvious, because when Trump got in, they all went after him. It's always bad. Funny that, because it was them lot before him, it was, oh yeah, they were great, weren't they? But you know what I mean? To everything as well, you always hear half a story or one side of the story. You never hear the other half of it. It should be from both sides, but you don't. Especially with what's going on now, with them trying to censor and all that, you can damn well tell there's something going on. And it's not the full, true story. So, just saying.
At Camelot Castle, providing, of course,
I need to get
it's
T-shirts done with just
pushing
saying on.
criminal
saying.
activity. So, people are joining us from Somerset. We've actually got quite a few people on the line. Please do share this feed. What I would ask you to do is please put this YouTube clip into all of your Facebook feeds.
And I will. I'll just
can't
not
do
share it
that,
on here while I'm
but
having
you
it
can do
through.
that, and I would really appreciate it if you would do that. So, without further ado,
So go get it and go
I'm
share.
going to invite Tim Whitten to join me on the Infinity Salon sofa, which is right here. Tim,
Hi.
how are you?
Oh, not too bad.
Now, this is Tim. This is
Just
Tim.
a normal
Now,
guy, like I'd say, not anyone, looking
where
about.
do we start? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm just a normal, average person. The builder. Yeah. Not a lot to say about me. I just.
No, but I mean, but basically, you've lived in Tintagel for how long?
Oh, 4 years now, I think.
You came here 4 years ago. And where were you living before that?
Get further down.
Like his
Winston Day.
beard.
In St. Day.
Yes.
Well, you obviously, we've become friends since you've been here, and obviously, could you tell me what is your take on what is going on at the moment?
Well, I mean, it's the biggest pile of rubbish I've ever come across in my life, and it annoys me that it's dividing people.
All to divide.
Yeah, the government have managed to get people to tell the tales of one another, which is, to me, outrageous. And
Yeah, rapping
What do
John
you mean
Mapping.
about that? They're telling on each other.
well, I mean, if people weren't wearing masks and they weren't social distancing when nobody was supposed to be, I mean, it makes no sense. None of it ever made sense to me.
Nope.
I mean, the latest one is
I mean,
the biggest
we know
one
why.
is that suddenly from the 24th you had to start wearing masks in shop. Well, what happened before then? What happened? Were we all safe before then?
Right.
I mean, people don't realise, or they don't want to, I don't think, that it's rubbish.
Well, I don't see you wearing a mask.
No,
So why is that?
because I don't believe in it. I think
Neither
the
do
whole
I.
thing is the biggest scam going, that all they've done is managed to shut countries down, take away people's rights, and people are actually giving their rights away.
Yeah.
It's astounding.
What this
I mean,
guy's
that is
saying
something.
is what I believe, and I know that might pee people off because people are saying, "Oh, I've got someone who died or someone who's ill," but people get ill and people die of all sorts of different things, and people seem to forget that happens, and we do get like certain strengths of flus, and that happens, and people are just like, no, because it's COVID, because he said it was COVID. It's like, you know that for a fact, do you? What's going on right now, you know that for a fact, do you? And that they pay thousands, something like £13,000 a head in America, which will be over here as well, to say that someone's got that. It's like, it's not making sense.
That I have found unbelievable is just how compliant.
People are. It's,
How
People have
compliant
been.
people are.
but, I mean,
They look at nothing.
and people don't look at things. I mean, there's a chap, I can't remember his name now, but he's a bit of a nerd, but he reads everything, every bit of paper that goes on the government websites and that. And then there's one particular part when this outbreak first started, apparently, and it must have been a month or so in. And in this paper, it's from these people who are supposed to advise the government on things, and it literally said in there, the people are not scared enough. We've got to scare them more. I mean,
Yeah.
it was there in black and white. But people still don't believe it. They think, oh, yeah, no, they're doing it all for our benefit. No, they're not.
So are you somebody that feels that the fear has been created deliberately?
Oh, yes.
So you think there is a mind control?
Oh, I think there's all sorts of
As
underlying
we know.
issues that they're trying to, well, they already have. They're passing laws that
entailed,
normally
sure.
they'd never get through.
Yeah.
I mean, it was...
So if you were today, which you may well be, because he may well watch this broadcast, if you were speaking to Boris Johnson and you were with him one-on-one in the pub, what would you say to him, man to man?
Man to man, I'd say to him, well, congratulations, you pulled off one of the biggest scams going, mate. And it is.
Yeah.
People are losing their jobs, all kinds of rubbish, but his mates, all his friends and that, they're all making money out of it. How does that work? Everybody else suffers, well, they...
Remember, he has a lot of people on here that don't follow Q as well.
It does seem to me that there are groups of people that are going to benefit from this.
Oh, there's a lot.
What have you observed?
Well, like I say,
What
because
has he
I
observed?
read a lot and I pay a lot of attention to what's going on. And the amount of money that was supposed to have gone to provide all this PPI for the nurses, doctors,
Yeah,
and nurses,
Viking birds,
they've
yeah.
given money to companies that haven't provided a thing. It's like, so somebody set up a company, you've given them a load of money and they provided nothing.
Really?
Who's getting that money?
So basically what you're saying is money's gone missing in the pipe.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And what have you seen? For instance, you work in the building trade locally in Cornwall. And what is your speciality in building?
Well, I do everything, pretty much. Yeah, I haven't got a speciality. I can do plastering, brickwork, carpentry, yeah.
Fantastic. And what have you noticed within your trade?
Within it, well, there wasn't any for a while because nobody was allowed to work. And I think when you talk to a lot of people, like I say, it's very strange because when you talk to a lot of people, nobody believes it. Nobody. I mean, I was talking to a chap yesterday and he's, where did he say his friends were? I think up in Portsmouth, and he said, well, I've got family up there. He said, I've been in touch with them. Nobody knows anyone who's had this
Hi,
virus.
Martin.
He said,
I
he
totally
said,
hemp.
they keep on about all these people have got it. He said, but nobody seems to know anybody who's actually got it.
Yeah. And how have you seen it affecting your family? I mean, you've got a lovely child. You've got, great family. How have you seen it affecting them?
Well, to be honest, I mean, it didn't affect us that badly because although it's sort of the shutdown and going into shops and things like that was all a bit of a
hiking.
but to us, no, we carried on through it and we laughed for a lot of it. It's like it is almost laughable.
And just locally here, because I always like to say that Camelot is giving the opportunity for the voice of every man to communicate. What percentage of the people that you know in the local area have the same viewpoint that you have?
I'd say percentage-wise, it's probably about 70% of the same.
70% of people look at it exactly as you're looking
going
at
on.
it.
Yeah.
And that's what's interesting, isn't it? Is if 70% of people,
So 70% of people
that are, let's say,
like, what is going on? I said that, I think it was last night. I've got friends that are going, I'm not really getting this now. Like, it's making totally no sense now. What they're trying to push again. What they're trying to push up here in Manchester, another lockdown, like I was saying yesterday, second round. I call it second round of awakening because people are scratching their heads. I say carry on because just more and more people are waking up. But I just thought I'd share what this guy was saying because, there's too many people watching the news. They're not really trying to dig into what real people are saying around the country, around the world, of what real people are observing in their own lives. Not what the MSM are saying they're saying. And the false numbers that they're putting out, because they are putting false numbers out and they are putting false information on positive tests coming back. As we know with people who put fruit tests out and haven't even put anything on them and they've come back positive, well, and if you don't believe that, you need to be doing your research. And the doctors that are talking out about it.
Part of your similar demographic or your friends, right, feel the same way that you do. How the hell is the government getting away with this? And what should we do about it?
They think they are.
I think in the beginning, people believed. They thought, yes, there probably was a virus or something. And they created the panic and people believed. And then it wasn't until sort of things start moving along, you think, well, it doesn't quite add up. Nothing was quite right. And I think then, people started changing their minds and question. And that's the big thing, question it.
Question everything.
Now listen, I don't know if we didn't agree to this before the broadcast, but would you mind if I bring Emma in and ask her a few questions?
No problem.
Would that be all right? Okay, Emma, you're going to come and sit between us here. Scooch in here. This is Emma.
Hello.
Now, Emma runs the reenactment community in Tintagel. Just explain a little bit what reenactment is and how that works.
Ooh, like Vikings.
Well, what I do, I've noticed in Tintagel, there's not really much for the young generation. So, from a love of reenactment in the past, when I was back up in Leicestershire.
Just explain what reenactment is, though, because there's a lot of people, maybe in America, watching that they don't know what reenactment is.
I created this group reenacting the Dark Ages. So what we do is...
Well, Danny, she talks about anxiety in a minute, what happened to her when she first went into, the so-called lockdown and anxiety. It's just when you're worrying about stuff. But she does talk a little bit about it, so it might be good for you to hear what she says, because she didn't realise it was an anxiety attack. She thought she had the virus, but she didn't. So, yeah, and this is why the mainstream media put all the crap out in the mainstream media, because you never really hear anything positive, maybe just now and again, to put you all in fear, is to give you anxiety and depression, because that's how they like us, down in the ground.
We do battles and skirmishes and living history for up to 1,000 years ago.
Oh, thank you, Danny, thank you.
Right.
So,
and you've created a team of people.
It's one of the things I believe I'm here for, if that sounds a bit daft or people will think this, that and the other. That's one thing I think I came on YouTube for right at the beginning, even before I started talking about all this, was just to help people. If it helps one person, that's good, because then they have a knock-on effect with other people around them. Hi, Effie, how are you?
And somebody can join your group if they want to.
That's right. Yeah.
And basically they then you put on like mock battles, or you might build a village, or
That's
this type
right,
of
yes.
a thing.
So I come to
And
share
as I
good
understand, you
people.
can start off it's like a group. You start off at one level, and then you can go up, and you can become a chief or something like this.
That's right.
What is your official title?
There is only one chief, or Jarl.
Yes.
Jarl Sigwulf Ironfoot, as I am known by
Oh,
my
Jarl.
wonderful clan.
Give me that your proper title again. Jarl.
Sigwulf Ironfoot.
There you go. Well,
It has its reasons.
No, it does. I'm sure.
Well, astronomy has a lot to do with a lot of things, as above, so below. Yeah, and you watch the Da Vinci Code, the film. Yeah, and Venus is lovely, but yeah, it's all because it affects our earthly bodies, heavenly bodies, those celestial beings up there. Just saying.
It's quite
Energy.
a large community worldwide, the reenactment
yes.
community. Actually,
Yes.
I've got a question. Has anybody on here watching ever done reenactment? Has anyone done reenactment? So we'll see in the comments in a second. But Emma, what's your view on all of this? How have you seen this?
I think fear is the best weapon to control the masses.
One of the biggest weapons we've got.
And then divide and conquer.
Remember these people we were saying last night, there isn't as many of these elite families. Yeah, there's a lot of them, but there's more of us than there is of them. We're the 99%, they're the 1%, or whatever you say. Because the how they pull the wool over people's eyes with their illusion is, yes, they have people working for them and greedy people who want money. People who've been blackmailed, we know that. That's why there is going to be some forgiving. And as I'm saying, this is 17 in the house. Thank you. But they have illusions of what they do, and they keep us in fear with the stunts that they pull, this, that and the other. It's all to do with fear. That's how they control the masses. Facts.
Being a chieftain and a leader of a bunch of dark age reenactors, that's how I'd conquer a nation.
Yeah.
In all honesty. Well, I wouldn't. I'm actually a bit nicer.
Yes, Effie, maybe this will go into a bit of the chat tonight with the food thing I'll be talking about as well, because I do believe food has a link to the way you feel as well. So remember tonight, I think I'll be on about 9, it's about food. Just different opinions, it's not like anyone's right, like eating meat, the energies of it, and also how food affects people as well. So we'll be talking about that tonight. But yeah. Yeah, the information war will have give you a lot of friends, because it does. This is why I say it's a war of information, but we are seeking out the most people we resonate with. It's not saying we've all got it all right on every channel. We're all trying to seek the truth, but people have got to realise who is actually standing with us. One of them people, as you know, is Trump and the Q team. People can't see that. That's up to them. But anyway, that's still all right if you're not into that. But,
But there are a lot of people that are scared. There are friends of mine who have been having mental health issues, anxiety, because...
It's all to give people mental health issues. This is why I said I'd start coming on a Monday night, in the evening, and... Hang on, this bird... and do chats on different things to help people get through this time, because people need to see they can talk to people. This is why I come on here, because I know I've got a great chat. You get a few odd ones now and again, people that are in the same boat who've had anxiety, depression, and you can talk about that in chat, and share your help with other people in the chat if people want to get in contact with people in the chat. This is why I share stuff. Yeah, food is definitely a part of it, Dolly. Yes, it is. And this is why I'm saying we're trying to, be healthy. We're trying to do certain things, this, that, and the other. We're all, we're all trying to do it. It doesn't mean you don't fall down, but when you do, just get back up again. But, it is a war of information.
Tell me what your journey was during the lockdown, because you told Arena how it affected you personally.
Yes, I suppose.
If you don't mind sharing,
I'll happily share.
And the only reason I'm asking you to
And she'll happily share. And what this big thing is about the mask covering business. It's a symbol of no free speech. They don't want you talking to each other. They don't want us communicating. They don't want you sharing what you've been through and how you got through it, because they want you down in the ground.
Is because there may be somebody else out there who has experienced what you've experienced.
Absolutely. For me, for the first couple of months, everything was fine. And then you get into the regime of reading things on Facebook. You hear a little bit on the news, which we no longer watch that, do we, darling? We've given up the telly completely now. And one day I wasn't feeling so well. I think I may have got a little bit of heat stroke or something. No problem at all. But I woke up in the middle of the night, and I myself never had these at all, had this huge panic and anxiety attack. I convinced myself somewhere in the back of my head, oh, you've got COVID. I don't know, I can't explain it, but it put me into bed for a week.
Morning,
so I went to the doctors, had a physical checkup, absolutely fine, you know, no problems there. So I thought, well, it wasn't that. And I met a particular bunch of friends in the village who have a business here, and they helped me out quite a lot. And the chap said, you've had a panic attack. So I looked into it and researched it. And I took myself on a little journey and realised it was the fear of losing my family, or possibly giving something to somebody who I loved. I thought, what will my little boy do without me? You know, what happens if he gets something? I didn't have anything at all.
And like Loris has just said in chat, you know, anxiety can be another way of us picking up on the energies around us. So many people mask how they feel. So on the outside, they seem okay, but the energies on the inside aren't balanced. Exactly, and that is what we're saying about balance. Everything's got to be balanced, and that goes to being that chat we'll be having about being your true authentic self. That can give people anxiety when you're trying to hide something. You know, you're not being the way you want it, you truly are inside, or you're not speaking out, or whatever it is. Jack. And all that, and it is a balance of food as well. Oi. And it is a balance of that as well. So it's picking up those energies. It's other people's fear that you pick up on, because it's energy around you, and that's why they say go within, sit with yourself, and really feel into yourself. Oh, Jack's on it. Yeah, he's been out of his cage before, and we've had him listening to birds on ear and everything, and then every time he sees the tablet, he goes mad now. So that's why I said we will be talking about diet tonight.
Perfectly fine. And I'm not an easy person to manipulate in that way at all, but with everything going on, something must have just struck my mind. But fortunately, having people to speak to, and also now I've experienced this, I can help other people and other friends that have been going through the same thing.
It's all about sharing.
And if you are going through this, just remember, A, you're not going to die, and B, you are not on your own. There are other people out there who can help you deal with any issues. So I read something as a doctor. I think it was something that your good lady
going on with my
posted,
writing
actually,
today.
the amount of cases of mental illness and anxiety, people that have been in hospital beds that have never experienced this before, it's incredible. And just look what you can do with spreading the fear.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
What is going on?
It is wrong, and it is a form of control, and it is also dividing good people. I've had friends falling out, people that I've known for ages that are stepping away, you know, difference of opinions. World and world.
Did you? Irina had mentioned that you'd stumbled across Camelot Castle TV while you were during the lockdown.
That's
and
right,
how did that affect you? In
I thought, thank goodness, there are other people with the same thoughts and views, and it's comforting to know. Because you do start to question yourself after a while, you know, with all these conspiracies and everything going on as well. And a lot of conspiracies are actually made up by the government.
See, look at this. Magda had panic attacks. You know, panic attacks are not...
the government name it a conspiracy, when actually it's not,
now.
it's real.
Emma, if I
we
can
know.
say this, if there are other
Sorry, the
people
lighting
in
in
the
it
local
is
area here,
terrible.
would you be willing to chat with them and
Absolutely.
talk with them?
Absolutely.
and help them through.
I've taken these because I've already helped people. If you've never had panic
Sorry. Oh my God, I've knocked it off.
or anxiety before, it is so hard to understand. And people will say, snap out of it. Well, you can't, because there is nothing really that you can say that will trigger it. But yes, if anybody wants any help or I can help in any way.
Yeah, I can see me disagreeing with family members as I need to stand in my truth. Exactly. Yeah, oh, the nations of the world's awakening.
Or just someone to talk to, I am more than happy to do that, of course. It was a blessing and a curse having this, because yes, now I can understand.
Well, I think one of the beautiful things about the last few months, and I am actually grateful that this has happened, and I'll tell you why, is because we have found out who is who and what is what.
Yeah, this is what we've been saying.
A lot of this, what I would call sheep-like behaviour, has always been there.
Yep.
There've always been people that have read the Daily Mail and have said, "Oh, it's in the Daily Mail. It must be true. Must be true." Who here knows somebody who believes that the Daily Mail is biblical truth? You know,
do.
there's a lot of people out there, and I think what's become very clear is who
Yeah.
and what is what. And I think in any game in life, you've got to work out who is who and what is what. I think we were friends beforehand, and
We
our
already
friendship
have.
was strengthened during this, actually, and as we've sort of gotten to know each other. But I do think that the psychological warfare and how that's affecting people, you've seen that, Tim, haven't you? Because what was it you were saying in the bar the other day that, was so, I mean, I think you nearly got a round of applause from the guests.
It's basically it's like, they are dividing people. It's all everything is psychological. And they've made it blinder. They really have, because it's worked.
Well, you've got to take your hat. That's what I'm saying. I mean, we're pretty bright people, right? And we're not stupid, right? And let's say we got a couple of mates along who we thought, well, they're really clever, and we got together. Could we have come up with a better plan?
I don't think so.
I mean, if your goal was to shut down life, and if your goal was to suppress the world,
Then put fear into them.
I don't think you or I, even in our most cunning Dr. Evil moment of glory, I don't think we would have come up with a better plan, could we?
And I said, the stunning thing about it is, it's worldwide. I mean, how?
It is worldwide. But shall I tell you our power? And this is a message to everybody out here. The last thing that these elites, I call them, want is for you and I
To communicate.
to be communicating.
Yeah.
Okay, that is what they would never think would happen. That we are on the same page. I mean, we.
Yeah, so do
unite,
I.
Tim, you have a wonderful life. I have a wonderful life.
We're part of
Emma,
that
you have
plan
a
as
wonderful
well.
life. We all have wonderful lives. We have very different lives.
Yeah.
We are different people.
Part of that plan is us, we the people, seeing the bullshit and talking out about it. So it's not just when people go, oh, trust plan, oh, you think Trump's like... No, it's where within that plan, once you see the light, once you take that red pill, you can't look back. You can't sit down and you can't shut up. Like I said, it doesn't mean you have to be on a big platform. You could be just talking to friends. If you've been doing that, even if they've been arguing, even if they don't like what you're saying, well, when the bigger stuff comes out, they're going to find it a little bit easier to get their head around it because they will remember you saying something.
That's okay. The world is made up of different people. But the last thing that I think that the powers that be would expect, and this is one of the things that Simon Dolan has done so well. He's created this group, Keep Britain Free. And if you haven't run into Simon Dolan on Twitter, I suggest you communicate with him. And in particular, what he's doing, he's created a platform for whistleblowers.
Yeah.
So if anybody out...
Just like that plaque up there with the tree on it, says family in the middle, and it says different directions, one route. We're all in this together. The government is for the slavery, check out Mark. Well, yeah, we know the government's for the slavery. We've been shouting this out for ages. We do know on this channel, Yeah, see what is happening for the truths about natural law and... we are awake, asleep no more. Exactly. if you're new to this channel, you know, this is what I normally waffle on about.
You were talking about these companies that have taken money to produce PPE.
Produce nothing.
Yes, thank you, Jess. You are correct, Dolly. I know I trigger people only because I can't unsee what I've seen. Exactly. People will say, I have it all the time. Oh, yeah, but you know, you think, you know, or you, blah, blah, blah. It's not, no, we don't know everything, I'll admit that. But at the end of the day, a lot of people on the other side will say, oh, it can't be happening. Oh, you think, you know, but I know these people don't look at what we've been looking at. They're not checking it. They're not doing their own research, as in, I don't just mean watching a video of someone saying something. I mean, going checking out names and who are those names linked to? Why do they know each other in that country over there? And why have they got this business to do with children? And this, and this. And then you just see all the dots joining together of what's going on. People don't want to do it. They just want to argue the fact, like someone who came in yesterday and started going on about why didn't such and such a body say about Jimmy Savile. We all know about that, but like I said yesterday, that's a bit relevant at the minute because it's about the now. That comes into it, yes, but we're talking about the now, the people now. Let's not get distracted. They always talk about the past, as I was saying yesterday, and things then and how things can't change. Well, I'm sorry, things are changing and they can change. And if you don't believe things can't change, then I don't really know where your head's at. That's just saying, like, you want to bow down, you want to give in, you want to let the system win us this time, again. Well, they're not. We're doing it this time, we the people. We're taking over. We're the news now. We're doing this. We're more powerful. We're the 99%, not the 1%. They're the 1%. They try to make out they're the 99%. We're the 1%. No. It's the other way round. They invert everything. You know, what say to people, what's the point? You might as well go and dig a grave in your back garden right now, go and crawl in it and bury yourself over. Things can't change. Things change all the time. Look at cycles of life. Look at cycles of nature. Hello?
They produce nothing. You know, that money is actually your money, by the way. That's come from you. You've worked hard. You've paid tax. That's gone to the government, right? And the government has then given your money to a company to produce PPE for a scam situation, right? And somebody's gone walkies with your bloody money. So that is theft, right? And, you know, in this village, if there was...
And the thing is, those leaders of all time have been thieving off us for centuries. So I believe we will get presents back.
Somebody that was being blatantly that much of a thief, somehow it gets sorted out, wouldn't it? You'd be sorted out.
Never does it. Government circles it.
The only reason why it's taking a bit of time, it's all got to be done within the law.
This is what Simon Dolan has done, and I've just actually introduced Simon Dolan to James O'Keefe, who founded a group in America called Veritas, which is another whistleblowing operation, and he has done a lot of whistleblowing. He did all that stuff on CNN. But if you work for any institution,
CNN aren't looking good, are they?
And you are aware of any form of corruption, please get in touch with Simon Dolan. Write to him. It's best if you write a short three paragraph note, and then a fuller explanation below that. Because otherwise, if you send, you know, people very often send me a 2-hour video and say, "Oh, what do you think of this?" Well, you know, we're all busy. We don't always have 2 hours to watch.
Well, we know Trump's got a looking glass.
Listen, I mean, I think Tintagel as a whole is doing pretty well, though, isn't it?
Yes, and Lois, yeah, it's great seeing so many people coming out and speaking their truth. There are so many people who've been saying this for weeks and months on end. So many people are waking up, so many people are talking, so many people are waking up, so many people are talking. Because they're scratching their heads and they're going research. Even people who you think sometimes are so adamant and they're so pig-headed, and they're like, and then they're like, actually there's something, something's changed, So even people recently who's come into the Q arena and gone, I didn't really believe it, but it's like I've actually looked at it, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, this is real. So, yeah.
It's doing pretty well, yeah.
Tintagel's doing pretty well.
I'd rather sit all day listening to real people like this couple. I mean, we know what's going on anyway. I don't think they follow the other stuff. They don't know what's going on behind the scenes of that. But at the end of the day, they know. Then the mainstream media, mainstream people on there are not real people. When you look into half of them reporters, half of them are to the families as well. So people need to realise.
Created this divide between people.
Well, they don't want the good people in communication, and they want me to be scared of you. They want you to be.
They don't want good people to be in communication to each other. That's why the whole mask wearing thing is a symbol to the elites. Get down on your knees, bow down, slave. Don't speak about nothing, and you're consenting to it when you're wearing a mask. People that will infuriate people, but you need to look into it. Roxanne's I think she's got a few on her channel that she's been pumping some stuff out of down in London, what people have been shouting out. Germany, millions were at Germany, the protests there. People are waking up because people are shouting out, and now they're getting on the streets. And people will hear them on the streets. They can't stop what's coming. They can't stop people hearing the truth. They're not going to be able to stop people seeing the truth. It is here. It is coming, the bigger stuff. So this is why I say get your mindset ready, people.
Scared of me. Yeah. They want mothers to be scared of their mothers.
Yeah, we can feel the heart in the people. Yeah.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when
you
sever the communication lines of that,
yeah, Martin.
I think it's very interesting.
No getting away from it now.
What message do you have for all of our friends in America? People that are seeing Camelot Castle TV for the first time. Should they come to Tintern?
Hi Dolly, I'm a watcher but not a chatter. Hi, thanks for coming in. I like it when people just come and say hi and I've not seen them before. But just want to say how inspiring I find your channel. Keep fighting the good fight. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming in and saying that. Is it... I don't know how to say it. I'll just say MAQ66. Thank you. I try. You know, I'm not saying I get everything right, but I know we're fighting a fight of information. Information one is a fight on consciousness, and it is a fight on spirituality. I try to keep the vibes up for people because some of this stuff's not nice, but 33 in chat and 11. Christ consciousness and 11. You know, I go off my numbers there. I'm like, whoop. So thank you to the people who don't come in chat, but they just watch. Thank you for coming in and putting your little messages, because it does give me, as some people say that I give them something, you give, all you in chat that come in because you're so beautiful and you all get on, give me, you know, you boost me up with your energy. I'm giving an energy exchange, but you don't actually know that you lot in chat give me an energy exchange as well. We get the odd ones in now and again, but that doesn't bother me. You lot in chat are brilliant. You're all fighting the fight. You know, whether there's things I talk about that you're not quite on, or you don't like some of my videos, some of you might not like the art videos I do, or the orb videos, but you might like the Q. Some of you might not really be into Q, but you like the other stuff. I do come with a lot of different things, and I always will do, because I'm one of them. I can't stay stagnant, and I just like to come on and talk about things I like to do and things I'm seeing, you know, and I'll always be here doing that because, yeah. Move over, Oprah Winfrey, we know what you are. Move over, because Dolly's here. Yeah. You know, and I have to have a laugh sometimes. It's about pumping positivity out as well. And here's the lovely Roxanne. Roxanne's in the show. You know, you've got to have a laugh with all this going on as well, because they hate laughter, they hate joy, they hate love, they hate a divine spark shining the light. That's all of you lot as well. They hate all that. Smile more, laugh, have a laugh, create, because they hate anything organic and natural and from the light source, God, whatever you want to call it, which is creativeness. They're not very creative people. So shine your light and shine it bright. Oh yeah, do one note for, yes, you can move right over. I'll have my own chat show. I've got my own chat show. Oh yeah. Don't need her.
Is Tintagel a nice place to visit? Or?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it is fun making them upset. They've made us upset for a long time.
Of course they would.
Now, Emma actually does her reenactment groups here.
Thank you, Effie.
From time to time, we have a piece of land here that she makes good use of.
You know, and if you haven't checked Roxanne's channel, go over, because she's done some videos on what they've been doing in Speaker's Corner with the whole mask wearing thing, if you want to go and look. So like I said, it's not about people, you know, oh, don't believe in this. No, but are you actually researching? This is the thing. Are you actually checking stuff out for yourself, instead of sat there going, the black box said in the corner that's this and this, because that black box in the corner said so therefore I believe it. But when actually I step outside the door, I'm like, that's not really, no. So like I say, that's why I'm sharing these two great people.
To see it. Is there a website where they can see your group?
Yeah, and Roxanne's coming up to Manchester Piccadilly on the 22nd at 1 o'clock outside Piccadilly Gardens for stand up and speak out. I might be there. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, but I could be. But there is that going on. Go and check Roxanne's channel out. It'll be, I think you're advertising it. Well, the people there were talking out, weren't they?
We have a Facebook page, Warriors of Tintagel. So
Warriors.
on Facebook.
Yeah, and as Roxanne said, the Great Awakening is happening. People are waking up and standing up and speaking out. And I've been saying this for months, well, since last year. At the end of the day, the Great Awakening is here. It's been happening for a while. It's just that people are beginning to see. It's not just happened. The storm came a bit ago. There's still big parts of the storm, you know what I'm saying, with big people, but names and everything, but the others are beginning to wake up and they can see that what we've been talking about is coming true because we did our homework and we shouted out about it. Thank you, Brenda. So that's all I'm saying. Not really had to detract anything, have we?
Warriors of Tintagel.
Oh, funny you said Sasha Stone because I just went to watch something with Sasha Stone last night, but I was too tired and I went to bed. Sasha Stone and Del Big Tree recent video. That might be the one I went to watch, but I haven't watched it yet because I went to bed late again last night. So I will check that out. I do like Sasha Stone. Remember, it's more than people realise. It's to do with energies and stuff going on. It's a very multi-dimensional universe we live in, and there's shitloads going on. But anyway.
Facebook, and you can find it there.
Yeah.
And Tim.
We are passionate people. You get told it's wrong to be passionate. It's wrong to be emotional. That's what I say.
Somebody who...
It's only about getting your energies and emotions into balance and not letting your emotions run away with you. You're supposed to feel, this body's supposed to feel, it's just not letting it run away with you. So you get anxiety because you're feeding it. Because a lot of times we're feeding into other people's energies, not actually your own. So, there are a lot of spiritual people out there that do talk a lot of crap as well.
Good, ethical, hard-working builder reach you.
Who's that? Groove Dodger is saying, hi Groove Dodger, Midlands Freedom Gathering, Saturday the 15th of August, Victoria Square, Birmingham. So there's another one. Shout out, thank you.
Under what? How can people reach you?
Yeah, the fire energy, yeah.
Tim Whittam. I'm just going to spell Whittam. It's Whittam. Yeah.
Itham.
Whittam. That's a classic English name, isn't it?
Yorkshire.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, snap. We're from Yorkshire.
Yeah, I was born in Yorkshire.
Yes, if you care about your children and others, you can't help but get emotional.
Gone soft.
Well, when me and Roxanne found out about certain stuff for the kids and what they've been doing, we were really emotional, but we had to sort of detach ourselves from it to get stuff out. Otherwise, it would just be a big blubbering mess. But, when this is sort of over and the world knows, there will be a massive sigh of relief, even crying in a good way, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, the truth is being revealed, and the people who are the naysayers who don't believe it, that's because you're not looking properly.
Our friends around the world to meet you. Do you have a Tim's final thought for our broadcast?
Yes, I do.
Or deliver it hard.
Believe in yourselves and not what other people are telling you. Just trust in your own instincts because...
Don't believe me, just go and research.
And don't listen to the rubbish.
And I will say, live. Respect other people. If they wish to think a certain way, that's
They don't want you to live, they want you to live in fear.
absolutely fine. But don't stop yourself from living. Because as far as we know, we only get one chance to do so.
Well,
and be kind.
Yeah. Well, that's very nice. And thank you so much.
Well, I don't think we actually get one chance to live because we are eternal energy, but yes, but you want to still live your best life.
That was a pleasure.
Sharing your
Bye,
truth.
Lois.
And please do share this, as I say. We have been...
Like I said, that was, because I've nearly finished my coffee now, that was the lovely Camelot TV network channel. They have a lot of different people on there. They are QAnon supporters and Trump supporters. Not that everybody on that channel is. And I think they've got Simon Parkes on tonight. And I do enjoy some of Simon Parkes' stuff. He's in contact with some other people that I'm not really resonating with. But like I say, people have truth in their chats as well. And sometimes there's not. But like I say, I tend to resonate with the bits that I resonate with. Great conversation. Thanks, Martin. I just thought I'd come on while I was having a brew because I like sharing other people's thoughts on what they're observing around them and what people are saying in the other end of the countries, you know, in the UK where they're coming from. Now, if you are living under a stone somewhere, you might not know that Germany have been shouting out millions. The MSM have tried to say it was thousands. It wasn't. We've seen the videos shouting out against mass. It's all coming out. You know, it's all coming out. I don't really need to go and do protests against it. I've been doing it on air myself, but it's for those people to do that because we're all seeing it. Karen, love and light, thank you. And I've said to people, don't matter if people don't believe it's not coming out, it's this coming out, because you're going to see it. You're going to see it this year, and you're not going to be able to get away from it because it's all anyone's going to be watching and talking about. And we'll be having a world party after this, you know. I'm not saying when, but when we realise we have woken up and people realise these people have gone down, it doesn't mean there won't always be bad people. It just means that the right people will be in charge. And people say, oh, in charge, I don't want a government. Well, for now there will be, and things will change in the future. But if it's the right people, because the government was supposed to work for the people, but they do not. So if it was meant to be, if the people were doing what they were meant to be doing, working alongside we, the people, with our opinions of what we want for our country and other people for their country and how we work together, there isn't a problem with it. There's too many people thinking, well, we can't have this over us. What about the banking system? Well, it's all being changed. And then they moan about the change. Well, it's just going to be the other side, like I said last night. We wanted change, we're manifesting change. Change is right in front of your face and you still can't see it because you're still believing, feeding into the timeline of the other side, like I said last night. So, you know, you ask for change and change is happening and then people don't like change. It's not the false change that used to come. It's totally different and you can tell it's totally different. Yeah. Oh, what is that now? We are at war in the US. Well, the whole world's in war. Yes, you are in war. The whole world's in war. People think we're going to World War III. We're already in it. Civil war, we're already in it. We've been in it since the beginning of when Trump got in. We've been in a war, actually, since World War II finished. It's just been a silent war. A war on your consciousness, your body, mind and spirit. All of it. They were trying to cap it off. But thank God there was an alliance and they asked Trump to come in with that alliance because of one thing, he did love America. And like I've said before, America falls, we all fall. But luckily you didn't and you're not. It might seem like it, but there's things going on, you know, and we can see it. Where we are in a spiritual war against psychological warfare, we've got this. Where we have already won, but we've still got to be aware and we're still doing it. We're still doing it, but it's now the time. It's like Q said before Christmas, enjoy watching the show. I'm enjoying watching it. Yes, it's not nice, some of it, people getting, you know, in arguments, blah, 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 all that stuff we know about. But at the end of the day, this is for the others to wake up now, and we're watching the Great Awakening happen. When we've said the Great Awakening, it is absolutely ace to watch. I have been saying for months on end, it's happening, it's here, people are waking up, people are waking up, people are waking up, people are waking up, more people are waking up now. You can see it. It's brilliant. So the more we wake up, the more they try to push other stuff, 33 in the house again, the more people wake up. So carry on saying this about lockdown and that about lockdown, because people have woke up and they are protesting everywhere and they're getting bigger and bigger. They can't stop what's coming. They cannot stop us. They are the 1%. We are the 99%. Yes, your law enforcement are being under attack, and yes, children have been shot, and they're not reporting that on the news, but we know because we've seen the videos. If you follow Q, we know all about this, but as sad as it sounds, people will get in the way. It is a war. That's why I say be careful where you go and what you do, and be aware because you might be at the wrong time at the wrong place, and shit does happen, and it is real as well. You know, there are people dying, but like Q said, this has got to be shown to the people. It's not nice people die in war. It's a different sort of warfare, not like World War II, World War I. It's totally different. It's not like they're dropping bombs on that way and doing this. They're doing it a totally different way, many different ways. but it has to be shown. The people can't be told, they're going to be shown. And when also that the people are shown what's not been on mainstream media, which should have been on mainstream media, like what you've just been saying there, shortage around the world's going to be pretty big, pretty big. You can see it happening, you can see it. Yes, I've just talked about Germany. Yeah. I've seen it first month. I just shouted it out before. There's millions protesting in Germany. They're all over. This is why I said it's not just Germany either, it's everywhere. So, like I said, people are awakening. So all the naysayers, you need to go and do a little bit more homework on stuff because it's here. It's here. So I just thought I'd share that while I was just finishing my coffee off because I've just been doing some stuff, getting some stuff to chuck out of the house, and I got a bit hot, and then I saw that I was listening. I thought I'll come and share it with you. I am on tonight doing the whole, I think it will be 9 o'clock, so I'm saying 9. If I come on any earlier, I'll let you know, but I'm saying 9 about food, because Mondays are going to be about mindset, not queuing that stuff. That's just going to be left for, you know, the next chats that I come on and do a coffee chat or whatever, even though I just talked about it here, but I was coming on this evening to talk about food. Like I said, what are your thoughts on food? What sort of food should we be eating? Are you vegan? Do you eat meat? What do you feel? Have you started changing over or maybe leaving? Like I don't, I'm not saying I don't eat meat. I've had chicken a bit lately. My body just felt like it, so I'm not gonna, you know, smack myself for it. But it's not a discussion on who's right or wrong, like you're a meat eater, you're not. We should be doing this. It's just a discussion because food also goes in with anxiety and healing and how you're feeling certain foods. We all know junk food's bad for you, but it's just a little discussion. It's just to see if anyone's putting anything in chat, and maybe, you know, if you're putting things in chat as well as me saying things, I'm learning as well. And you know, I know we're supposed to be more alkaline, this, that and the other, but there's also things with changes, maybe things change our body, so I don't know. But it's just to have a chat about these things, and then next Monday it'll be something else, and we'll just go on like that. I'll be doing my cards, showing any drawings if I've got any to show you. You know, the usual that I do anyway, but we do need this sort of let's speak about stuff, and mind, body and spirit, the Trinity, I believe we have to heal. All of them working together is the best possible function of us getting in alignment. Only chicken gave up meat and milk. Yeah, that's what I was a bit like. The only thing I really used to eat anyway was chicken, but yeah, dairy's a big problem. Yeah, so we'll talk about that tonight. It's not saying to people you are wrong for eating this, it's just, so do you feel any different on that? Did you go eating that? Did you feel any different on that? We're not here to say you're wrong. I'm just here to put things out to see what people are saying. Yes, essential oils. So we'll be going through each Monday talking about different things, you know, oils, exercise, anything that heals us, sound therapy, whatever. I just thought we'd just do, you know, Monday mindset of different things and talking about different things. Instead of the other stuff as well, because we need that, you know, because at the end of it, when all this comes down, it's going to come down to your mindset and what we do. It's all about healing at the end of the day from all this, and what's been going on. And even us healing, that I've been shouting out, that I've had a lot of, you know, flack off family or friends or, you know, people you're with. It's quite draining. Still though, we push forward. Yeah, for the gradual changes in diet for the cold turkey. Yeah, and some people go, oh, you know, some people can do it just like that. Some people go on it for a bit and then they fall back off. But it's just about that thing of, you know, just get back on it. Cut out the sugars and starches, mate. Yeah, they do. I mean, sugar's like cocaine and it's the worst drug out there. And starches, yeah. And it's hard because, you know, sometimes I won't have sugar in tea and then I will, and then I think I won't buy it in. But it is like a drug. Food is a drug anyway. That's why they put all the additives and things in, so you crave it. Like people love McDonald's and stuff like that. I just stay away from that. But, you know, sometimes I'm really good. Sometimes I fall off a little bit. Whoa. But it's okay. So we're talking about food tonight, or you might have stories where maybe you did this, you lost weight, or you felt so much better compared to that, or maybe you didn't. Because remember, when you start off eating something totally different, say like you can't jump into a raw food diet straight away, you are going to have aches and pains and things. I had that and then thought I was ill, and it wasn't. It was just because my body was going through a sort of like detox off that stuff. You'll get told off of people, oh, it's because you're not getting this, you're not getting that. I know I need more stuff. But there's another thing of it. It's all right, people saying, yeah, you got to eat more fruit, you got to do that. Depends what money you're getting and can you afford actual organic stuff. It's all right, people saying organic stuff, you know. but it does cost money. So there's all that sort of stuff. Or people can grow it in the gardens. Well, what country do you live in? UK's not that brilliant, do you know what I mean, for exotic fruits. But anyway, we'll be talking about that tonight. Sunny day, heading out for... Yes, make sure if you can get a bit of sun, even if you're just having a brew in the garden, you know, if you're busy or you're at work, a bit of sun in the day and a bit of sun in the evening. Get your vitamin D and solar power yourself back up, energy people. So I'm going to go now, and I will see you all at 9 o'clock if you all come in. So make sure you get a brew, because it'll probably be a long one. You know what I'm like? 9 o'clock tonight. 9... Yeah, we'll go for 9, the divine time, 9. And I will see you later. Thanks all for coming in, and I'll see you after. Bye.